Hello students, today we are going to see chapter number 2, Europe and India. So, during the modern period, the various happenings in Europe had its impact on India. Therefore, while studying the period of modern Indian history, we have to study the events of Europe also. So, first one is period of Renaissance. So, period of Renaissance means in the history of Europe, the phase from 13th century till the 16th century is known as period of Renaissance. Renaissance means what? Rebirth, reformation. So, during this period, reformation, religious reform movement, and geographical discoveries took place. This phase is also known as Age of Renaissance. So during this period, in the field of art, architecture, and philosophy also have been developed. During the Renaissance, Renaissance, humanitarianism was given the great importance. Humanitarianism means humanism. Means in this, people used to take care of each others. They used to donate food, and humanism have been took place in this era. There was a change in the outlook of treating each other as a human instead of religion. Man became center point of ideologies. So in this period, everyone treated each other as human, and instead of religion, there become an the people started thinking the point of ideologies means ideas. The reform movement spread throughout all the sector of human life. Through knowledge, science, as well as different sections of art, we can observe the discoveries of reform movement. So on the basis of the knowledge, all the movement and all the talent, all the ideas were spread throughout the human beings. The art and literature of Renaissance period depict sentiments and emotions of human beings. Means whatever the art was there, whatever the drawings were there, that drawings depict means that drawings or that art, that architecture tells us the ideas of human emotions. Literature was produced in local language for better understanding. So, literatures were produced in a local language so that the people would understand. Due to this discovery, new ideas, concepts, and knowledge related to all sections of society. So, due to this, due to this, all new ideas were developed due to knowledge. Religion reform movement. The independent intellectual attacked the old religion ideologies of Roman Catholic Church. The Christian priests were taking advantage of the ignorance of the people and were indulged in unnecessary rituals. They looted the people in the name of religion. The movement that began against it was religious reform movement. Due to this movement, human freedom and rationalism gained more importance. So in this religious reform, what was happened, that the church, that the priest, what they did, they started looting. Means they started taking money, taking any other things from the people in the name, by by using which name, by using the name of God, or by using the name of religion. And then they started the religion movement so that human would get independent and they would not get looted by any of the church priests. So, the next one is geographical discoveries. In 1453, the Ottoman Turkeys conquered Constantinople, Istanbul, which was the capital of Byzantine Empire. The overland trade routes joining Asia and Europe went through this city. Since the Turks blocked this route, there was a need of finding alternative trade routes for the European countries to reach the Asia. So when the European countries, they were coming to Asia, they cannot the const- the Istanbul, what they did, they blocked their way. So what did European thought that they should find now the new uh, they should find new way or new media to reach Asia. So during 15th century, European sailors discovered sea route to India, and then they started trading throughout sea route to India. So the next part was intellectual revolution in Europe. Due to the changes during the Renaissance period, Europe proceeded from medieval to modern age. Intellectual revolution took place in some period. The society started stepping out of the past ignorance and blind faith. So we all know that earlier they all were following a lot of blind faith. So due to this intellectual revolution, people stopped following the blind faith and they started using their own ideology. The pre established customs and traditions came to be seen from a critical point of view. So, the traditions and the cultures which were not useful for us, which were harmful for the human beings, have been stopped and were seen in the point of critical. All these changes are addressed an intellectual revolution which gave further momentum to scientific discoveries in Europe. So whenever we stop following any type of blind faith, from that day we will start developing our scientific views in our mind. So when the Europe stopped following blind faith, the scientific discoveries took place in Europe. Revolution in Revolution in political sphere. In the early stage of beginning of modern period in Europe, many political changes took place. During the various revolution during 18th as well as 19th century, this is known as Age of Revolution or Age of Renaissance. During this period, there was a development of parliamentary and democracy in England. There was change in the form of cabinet system, and the Bill of Rights 1689 laid limitation on the power of king. The sovereignty of parliament was established. So these are very important points. What are they? That during this period parliamentary democracy was developed in England, and there was a change in the form of cabinet system, and the Bill of Rights 1689 laid limitations on the power of the king, and the sovereignty of parliament was established. These are very important points which you all should keep in mind. Now, American War of Independence, French Revolution, Industrial Revolution, we'll see in part 2. Thank you.